This is my Intex Seahawk 4 inflatable boat. In today's video, I'm going to show you 8 boat mods that I use to trick out this Seahawk 4 to transform it from an ordinary inflatable dinghy to the ultimate inflatable bass fishing boat. Stick around to the end of this video and I'll compare using this boat with the electric motor versus a Honda gasoline engine. Helping us out on cameras today, I've got Roger and I've got Jeff. My first mod for the Seahawk 4 is a carpeted wooden floor. This is a 2-piece floor system made of indoor-outdoor carpet and OSB, which is basically a type of plywood sheeting. I picked using OSB for 3 reasons. It's affordable, it's sturdy, and it doesn't warp as bad as conventional plywood. I've received a lot of comments about using OSB in such a wet environment, but here's my thoughts about that. I used a ton of 3M spray adhesive to glue down the indoor-outdoor carpet, and honestly, I feel like it made the wood a little bit waterproof. I was, however, concerned about the edges of the OSB, so I added Great Stuff expanding foam. To put this stuff on, I just put on a glove and smeared it around on the edges. After it dried, it expanded, and I really think it's going to do a good job. Swivel pedestal seats is my second mod. Some of the mods in today's video have their own video. I'll put a link to the entire playlist in the description down below. I'll also put affiliate links to some of the products in today's video down in that video description. My swivel seats are mounted to sturdy pedestals. These pedestals then mount to my carpeted wooden floor with wing nuts for quick installation. The bolts are welded to steel backer plates, which makes these swivel seats super sturdy. Mod number 3, I used vinyl paint to paint on my boat numbers and letters. I live in Nevada, and because my boat has a motor, it needs to be registered. I needed to find a way to attach my boat numbers and letters to the hull of the Seahawk 4, and vinyl spray paint was my answer. This paint sticks great to vinyl, and it's been pretty durable. I've inflated and deflated this boat dozens of times, and it pretty much lives rolled up inside a box. Take a look at how well this paint is holding up. You guys tell me, what do you think? My number 4 mod is the Bimini top. The biggest challenge with this mod wasn't the Bimini top itself. I actually got this one off of Amazon. The biggest challenge was trying to find a way to attach this thing to the boat. I used 2 wooden tool handles that I bought at Home Depot to make wooden rails that make great attachment points for the Bimini. I added some simple hardware and a couple of adjustable straps, and voila! This Bimini top is pretty daggone secure, and this shade is awesome. Next up is mod number 5. This is a pretty simple mod. It's actually the storage box that I keep the boat in. The Seahawk 4 does not come with a storage box, so I had to find one that I could store the boat, the paddles, the air pump, and keep it all together. This box has more than enough room to hold all the essentials, and at $29, it won't break the bank. Here's a tip for you. Use some moving blankets to spread out before you inflate your boat. It's a little tricky folding and rolling up the boat so that it fits in the box, but after some trial and error, I found that this box works great. My number 6 mod is this motor mount. Without a motor mount, I was stuck with rowing this thing around with the paddles. This motor mount is easy to assemble and it's pretty affordable, only $29 on Amazon. It only takes about 5 minutes to attach this motor mount to the boat, and it provides a stable place to attach a motor to the Seahawk 4. Which leads me to mod number 6.5, my transom board. What this thing does is it distributes thrust over a larger area. Without the board, the motor can push the motor mount into the vinyl a little too much. This transom board is about 30 millimeters thick, or 5/16 of an inch. This is just a piece of laminate flooring that I drilled 3-inch holes into so that I could mount it behind my motor mount. Mod number 7 is a lithium iron phosphate battery. This is a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery from Dr. Nice handle. perfect for a trolling motor battery, and it weighs just 22 pounds. It has a built-in BMS, low temperature cutoff protection, and a 10-year warranty. I saved the best feature for last. This battery has a built-in LED screen. It shows state of charge, power level, and voltage meter. How cool is that? No more guessing how much power you have when you're out trolling around on the lake. Last mod is this 30-pound thrust electric trolling motor. These things run about 150 bucks, and it's worth every penny. As promised, now I'm going to compare using this boat with the electric motor versus the gasoline outboard engine. I took my amp clamp out on the water so that I could get some power consumption data for this motor. I've had some folks ask in comments, how many amps does this thing draw? At full throttle, it averaged 24.6 amps. And at about half throttle, it was drawing 11.37 amps. I'm thinking that this motor and battery combo is gonna last me a full day out on the water if all I'm doing is fishing. My top speed with the Minnkota 30-pound thrust motor was 4 miles per hour, but I averaged 3 miles per hour. This electric motor is of course very quiet, and it's super nimble. At one point, I was actually racing Roger and Jeff, who were in my John boat, but of course I was no match for them with that gasoline engine.
You're in a no-wake zone.
And now let's get this gasoline motor on there. The Honda with its 2.3 horsepower has way too much thrust for the Seahawk 4 to handle. All I was really able to do was to idle around the marina at a little more than half throttle. Maybe with more air in the boat, it would do a better job. Perhaps I'll make another video and we'll find out. As you can see, the Seahawk 4 is not really made to have a gas motor hooked to it. This thing was bouncing around and it really wasn't very controllable. I don't recommend it.
I will never let you down. Why don't you stay?
There you go.
With the sunlight shimmers, I'll show you the way. I can sense your hand, every particle in the air. We're connected somehow.